I'm going to make one more video and I'm going to go over 4 word problems and show you how to write equations. It's one thing when someone gives you an equation and you have to solve it. It's another thing to take a situation and write the equation. It's more difficult. So I want you, when we're done, to try the pages that I'm assigning you, do your best, and then check your work. Get that answer key. Compare to what you wrote, okay? Maybe you're doing great and it just felt kind of funny. Maybe you're a little off and you can take the answers and really see what you were supposed to be doing and try to make sense out of it, okay? So I'm going to give you 4 examples. All right, so we have this person. She spent 3 times as much time washing her car than walking her dog. It took her 1.5 hours to wash her car. And we need to make an equation. So this is the way I like to think of it. In an equation, I get an equal sign. I don't get a lot of other things. I get 4 operations: multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, and an equal sign. Those are all the things I get to use. So I know that I have to have an equal sign. So what I'm going to try to do is get the amount of time she washed her car and the amount of time she walked her dog to be equal. So right now, okay, washing her car, she spent more time on than walking the dog. But I need them to be equal. So I know she spent 3 times as much time washing her car. So I need to do one of 2 things. I need to take what she did with her car and divide it by 3 to make it equal to the dog. Or I need to take what she did with her dog and multiply by 3 to make it equal to the amount of time with her car. Well, we know the amount of time with her car. So I know that if I take what she did with the dog and multiply by 3, I can equal the amount of time she took to wash her car. Because all I get is an equal sign. That's what I get to use. So I have to make them equal. Well, she spent way more time on her car than her poor little dog. So to make them equal, we need to multiply by the dog time, and now we get them equal. And if I divide both sides by 3, I figure out exactly how much time she spent on her poor little dog. Okay, I know that's hard. Watch this again if you need to. This is that skill that we're using, okay? So let's look at a couple other ones. All right. So we have a wildlife reserve, and we have some elephants that have had 8 calves. Now there are 31 calves. And we want to know, how many did we start with? Okay, so here's how this works. The thing I don't know, I'm going to make X. So I had a bunch of calves. Then they had 8 more. And now we have 31. A lot of you want to write 31 minus 8 equals X. And that is the math that we're doing. But I'm encouraging you to make an equation where you're forcing that person to use opposites, which would be minus 8 on both sides. So instead of just giving them the answer and telling them that they need to do 31 minus 8, try to write the equation based on the situation they gave us. We started with an unknown amount, X. We added 8 calves, now we have 31. Okay, so that's what I want to see you do. I don't want 2 numbers on the same side of the equation. I want a variable and a number so that you're really writing an equation that would be hard to solve, not just giving them the answer, 31 minus 8. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Let's look at another one. All right, so now we have a sister who is 13 years old. The bro says that his age minus 10 is equal to his sister's. So we don't know his age, but we do know when we minus 10, it equals the sister's age. That's the equation we want to use. And then you add 10 to both sides. And then you'll know that the brother's age. Okay. All right, let's look at another one. Hopefully it's kind of starting to click. Like I said, it takes practice. This one's kind of hard, but we're going to approach it anyway. So an orchestra has twice as many woodwind as brass. And there's a total of 150 brass. Now, in this problem, they want us to write two equations. So what we're going to do is we're going to make woodwinds W, and we're going to make brass B. And we have a total of 150. So here's one equation we could write. W plus B equals 150. Now let's work with that twice as many. So I'm going to go back to the first one I said, and that's why I'm ending with this one. I have an equal sign. I want to make woodwinds and brass equal, but they're not equal. There are twice as many woodwinds. Okay, so woodwinds are up higher. There are more woodwinds. So what do I need to multiply to make them equal? The brass. Okay, I'm going to say that again. I have woodwinds and brass. I want them to be equal, but right now there's more woodwinds. So what I do to make them equal is multiply by 2 on the brass side. Another way to do it is there's more woodwinds. You could divide by 2 on the woodwind side to get it back down to what the brass is. So another one you could do is like W divided by 2 will give you the B. Okay, watch that again if it's confusing. You'll start to get the hang of it. Good luck. Please, please, please come the week we come back from break. Let me know when you're coming and we can go over it if you're stuck. Okay, thanks guys.